Hello again. Well, I have to do another one of these. This is oh, there were several Floodgate matches this week that I thought were pretty interesting, and some of them were losses. This is not. I don't think this is a loss. This is probably a win. And well, once again, it's kind of all about what team Fun Time is on. It looks like a slacker there. I'm running back to the core as usual to try to pick up score because I know it's going to spawn there one way or the other. Although sometimes if it doesn't spawn there right on time, you need to rush immediately back to the prime before the enemy orb can make it in. I think Littler Me was on here the other night, and I mentioned something about how I've run out of disk space for the recording, right in the middle of a pretty good Serenity match. And he exclaimed, you're recording with AVI, eh? And yeah, that is definitely a slacker. It occurs to me he's talking about the fact that most people probably use hardware compression these days for these recordings. I'm sure he does. And it's kind of something that I'm really reluctant to get into. I know I could switch to some capture device that would do that, and it would save me a lot of space. The only oh god, that was terrible. I should have got off that board. The only real drawback to that is if you use this hardware compression stuff, you're necessarily, well, I haven't used any of them, so I can't really say for sure. But what I expect is going to happen is you're going to find out that the video files you're dumping are going to be in MKV or some other file format that I'm not going to be able to edit with Virtual Dub or any of these other free tools that I basically use to do this stuff with. I would probably have to go get a program like Sony Vegas Pro or something like that, which, well, they cost money for one thing, and for another thing, I don't really know how to use them anyway. What am I doing? Oh, I was playing, yeah, I've been playing with this mouse also. I'm still not real comfortable with it. I'm still trying to decide where the mouse sensitivity ought to be.
Attack the Floodgate node.
I've got the mouse sensitivity set down way low because I've got the DPI on this mouse set up to like 12,000, which is seriously overkill. I should probably back that off quite a bit because I'm sure it's far higher than what it really needs to be, far beyond what's doing any benefit. And it does have the nasty effect that, I learned that the mouse sensitivity setting that you're using there only has effect when you're actually in the game, like right here where I'm actually playing the game. As soon as I get out into the menus, that mouse sensitivity setting just goes away, and then I'm using that full 12,000 DPI, and it's moderated only by the mouse speed setting in the Windows control panel. So as soon as I get to the spawning screen even, or anything other than playing the game, the mouse is just jumping all over the damn place because it's not being moderated by that speed setting anymore. So that's kind of a drawback. I kind of wish there were. I don't really see a way out of that either. What I've been doing is I've got one of the buttons on the mouse set up as a DPI shift so that, oh god, stop this guy. You see, I'm really not comfortable with this mouse at all. I do think I shoot a little better with it. I've been getting a few more headshots than I would normally get with it, but it's hard to get used to. I still think I don't quite have the sensitivity where it needs to be at. And I suspect that ultimately, I'm limited by my lousy reflexes in the final analysis. The bottom line, my reflexes suck. I think that's probably. But I'm doing my best out here, and that's what counts. Well, not on the scoreboard, but it counts in your heart, and that's what matters. Well, not to anyone else, but Yeah, anyway. Oh, is that the door? Get out of this vehicle. God damn it.
Grab your orb.
I really shouldn't have gotten killed right there. I should have had enough sense to get out of that situation. But you kind of get stuck in a corner, and that's what happens. Okay. So yeah, and also I don't really know what kind of. I don't know exactly which compression device I would want to go to. I've been using these Avermedia ones for a while, and I like them. They work fine. But and a lot of the others, I mean, there's these little standalone boxes that you basically can plug a hard drive into, or plug them into a computer with a USB port and do them that way. But I'm not sure those are the best idea either. Like the Elgato or Avermedia has one or two like that. We are struggling to hold our prime. We're down to 80 points.
Red core is vulnerable.
Good. That's probably why I decided to post this one first. Yeah, there were like 3 or 4 of these Floodgate matches from this weekend I felt like posting, although I'm really, yeah, you can see I'm really not playing all that well. But,
man the night shield.
Yeah, you know you're doing badly when you see the other team coming in and messing with you, even at your own core like that. And with 64 hit points, I'm probably not the person who needs to be running this orb, but I'm desperate. Who's that towing me? I don't know, but we're not really going very far. We're just going to our own prime here. And hoping to stay alive long enough to... Okay, the center's down. Wonderful. And I'm probably not going to try to make it to the center. I'm gonna try to get over here to the flood. Yeah, might get that. Yeah, there we go. That was probably a better move for me. Alright.
Defend the center node.
So yeah, I've been sort of thinking about that. Maybe I should go for one of those hardware, because I would have to change how I probably wouldn't be able to do these voiceover dubs with this free program I use for that either. I'd probably have to do that with Sony Vegas or God knows what else. That is that. That was a pretty hard fling right there. Let's see if I can stay alive long enough to cap this. There we go. I believe there was a shield on that when I first landed on it. But it's hard to deal with. I was thinking about this one Avermedia one, but probably that's the one I should get if I'm gonna do that. It's a lot of work though. It's just something.
I have the orb.
It's just something I don't know how to get into. Don't really want to get into it. But yeah, it would definitely enable me to record for a lot longer without running out of disk space. As it is, I can record for about 4 hours, but which ain't too bad. But I tend to leave recordings on here for a couple of weeks, so in effect, you know, on a given day, I've only got about 2 hours of capacity. So I suppose it's either, nope, yeah, there we go. That's the general thing to do right there. Now we're dominating. The flood's in contention now. We may lose the flood. It's down to 40 seconds. And unless I want to go back and grab that orb and make a play for the flood, we may lose that flood.
Blue core is under attack. Attack the Floodgate node.
Yeah, I ran out of film last night while we were playing the Serenity match, and that was pretty bad because there was just some amazing footage I would have got if I'd done that. One of the carriers flung me over toward the enemy prime, and I landed right on top of the turret. There was a guy in the turret shooting away at the man that towed me in there, and I was on top of the guy. There was a tank There was a tank covering their prime also, and I was sitting there dancing on top of the turret for about 5 seconds, waiting to see what that tank was going to do before I dropped down, and I managed to cap the damn thing. That doesn't happen too often. Every once in a while, I'll manage to jump up on top of a Viper or something and avoid being killed by him that way, but you don't usually get a real good view of that. first person like this. There's no way I'm going to live through this. Down to 36 hit points. Yeah, there we go. When these matches get crowded like that, like this, running the orb can become very difficult because you tend to run into whole crowds of people that are just trying to stop you. Unless you get a tow right up to the node, it's quite often impossible. There's one of these matches from, I think yesterday, where Fun Times was on the other team. Well, there were a couple matches like that. And it seemed like he spent most of the match just camped out at his team's prime and sniping whoever was near him. You know, I'm not saying that it's wrong. I'm not saying he camped his prime in a bad situation. It was very effective. That's probably what I would be doing if I could shoot that well. But he was basically, you know, I couldn't get anywhere near the prime. He would just headshot me as soon as I came into view. It's one of those things where it just looks suspicious. You're like, is he using an aimbot or what? But I expect his stuff was really good. That still gets to be an issue. Some people still yell aimbot and all kinds of things, but I would still contend. I don't really know that I've ever actually seen anybody use one. I hope not. This is always problematic too. Taking the orb guy out when he's covering the flood like this. We still got a good 50 seconds on that flood. It's not a critical issue right now, but we probably do need to make an effort to do something about it. Hopefully Blue feels some pressure coming off their prime, and that might distract their orb over to their prime for a little while, so we can cap that flood off. There, we got that. Their orb is either down. I don't know if it went down or they took it back to the prime.
The enemy prime node.
They're trying to shoot the flood back down again now. Yeah, it's down.
Attack the
Looks like they
Floodgate
updated the U2 the new U2 alpha the other day. Also, I managed to get on that for a few minutes. And yeah, with the new mouse, I'm playing that a little better than I was before. Oh, here you go. There's always a sniper up here. I don't know if I'll manage to get him or not. Probably not.
Red core
Yeah,
is
deciding I
vulnerable.
don't want to risk it. Besides, our prime just got capped. Yeah, that was quick. Probably ought to make an effort.
Red core
I got
is
the orb
secure.
too. Yeah, that was pretty irresponsible to run up on that balcony.
Attack the center
cap on
node.
prime.
I've got the orb.
Probably should have been paying closer attention, but there's a lot to watch. I mean, it's a very simple game, but you got to watch what's going on around you. You got to keep an eye on what's nearby you. You got to keep an eye on what's far away because those snipers are out there, and then you got to watch some of the map up there so you can get an idea of what might be getting ready to happen. I'm about to get switched by this guy, I believe.
Defend the Floodgate node.
Yeah, he's still coming in. Duck around this way.
Red core is under
Yeah,
attack.
okay, there. AOF Nixon. Well, that's pretty bad.
Red core
Well, no
is
telling.
red.
It's probably we got people that
is
are really good at
secure.
deathmatch coming through time too. So he's looking at
Try that again.
yeah, still not hitting every shot with that sniper rifle. Definitely. Whatever it is people do to do that, and I suspect it's just a matter of reflex practice.
Grab the Redeemer. Man the Nightshade.
Oh, now, well, yeah, that vehicle. At least I know how to come. I know how to shoot him down, please.
Defend the Floodgate node.
It's like there's a guard walk behind me. That'll clear out everything pretty
Attack
well.
the center node.
And our prime is down once again. Well, let's shoot that back down. Okay, looks like somebody rushed in and capped it. I don't think that was me. I'm pretty sure I didn't hit the orb there.
Attack
Yeah.
the center node.
Got run over by the hamster ball. Orb's on its way out. We're down 37 to 95 with about 5 minutes to go. It's absolutely amazing that we won as well. Once again, you probably ought to pay attention to who joins.
Attack the
Who
prime
joins and who
node.
leaves the match. That's probably a huge factor. I have this idea I'm going to stop somebody from coming in here and capping the flood. Maybe we'll get 20 points that way. I'll see how that works out. I probably ought to be healing that flood before it gets shot down. Because it's
Attack
looking a
the
little
center
weak, but
node.
I don't have any link. Okay, this guy's got a link. Yeah, we might get this flood.
Defend the
I'll see
floodgate
the
node.
blue orb anyway.
Blue core flooding.
Oh,
Attack
there's our
the
orb.
center
Okay.
node.
Okay, well, the flood is secure for a few seconds. We could use the center. Let me go to the center. That walker, amazing at this, but didn't miss me that
Attack
time.
the center node.
I've got the orb.
That second one was that second shot was a harder one to make too. He has to shoot you while you're inside that
Defend
little
the
zero.
floodgate
I'm
node.
gonna stop here and put some stinger on that guy. I didn't manage to knock him down or anything. But oh,
Attack the floodgate
tried to jump
node.
back to avoid the walker and got squished by a viper. Yeah, that's tough.
I have the orb.
It's a good idea to keep an eye on what's going on around you, but there's just too much to look for.
Man the
You
night
can't keep
shield.
an eye on everything all the time. I don't want to start pushing that orb runner around, but I do want to get in there. And he's gonna cap. Yep. I would not have capped that.
Got the orb.
And almost lost my viper to a dark walker. That's something. If I'm gonna text something, that's
You
oh
can't
god, I wish he
handle
would have stayed
it.
with me. But he wants to stay and hold down that prime. Okay, there ain't much of this viper left anyway. Well, I'm gonna go back.
Defend the floodgate node.
If I can. The prime ain't getting shot at now.
3 minutes remain.
Yeah, let's try it again. Okay, we'll just take it straight over this way. Hopefully he doesn't get shot down. Bounce it off the rocks, come over the top, and hopefully land well. Didn't get him on the platform. Oh, probably could have helped him out.
Attack the
Let's see if I
floodgate
can
node.
I have the orb.
Somebody shoot down that nose. They must
I've got the orb.
Viper down. There's still another good character out there somewhere. Don't think I can get him here. If I try to go down in there, he'll probably have time to get an arrow out. I'll have to wait for him to come up the steps. And that's going to give him time to shoot down the node.
Defend the center node.
Well, let me heal the node while I'm waiting for him to get his courage up and go up the steps to see what happens. He may be down.
Attack the enemy prime
waiting for
node.
the- I'm waiting
2
for the dude to
minutes remain.
I have
Is
the
it up?
orb.
Yes, it's up.
Grab the
Yeah.
redeemer.
If you have at least a sense of
Attack
when
the
it's going to
floodgate
come up,
node.
you can sometimes get to it before it even shows up on the map, because it will show up on the map at this point. I've got that special operations box to take it off, so I'll
Attack the floodgate
live
node.
long enough.
I have the orb.
Alright, well, let me rush the enemy prime. I probably won't get there, but I might at least distract some people who's trying to make it to the prime.
Blue core is secure.
The stinger, everybody. Where's the orb runner? That's the where's the orb?
Attack
Never
the
saw him.
floodgate node.
Okay, well they got their prime back anyway. Probably capped it while I was fooling around over there.
I have the orb.
Blood has 38 seconds on it. This would be a good time to go cap that. Someone else grab the orb. Hopefully he's headed toward the flood. He is not.
1 minute remains.
Well, maybe he sees it now. Okay, well maybe we can shoot it down. We got 20 seconds. We can do it. Looks like he's on his way. Okay. Yeah, there he is. And he's going to cap. Yeah.
Attack the enemy prime node.
Once again. I think I'm actually going to text him and tell him don't do that. Yeah, please do not cap the flood when it has just been shot down. Yeah. I have a thing about that. Don't do that. It makes no sense. It's a waste of the orb. You could run that orb to the enemy prime or something instead. You don't need to cap the flood right then. It doesn't matter. It doesn't gain you anything. All it does is it starts the timer at 60 seconds and it's probably going to get shot down before you get that 20 points anyway. It's a waste of an orb. Take the orb to the enemy prime at the center or whatever other node you can cap instead. Take it over there.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I get this one.
Overtime.
It looks like I don't have any link to it.
Grab the Redeemer.
Yeah, looks like we got it. Yeah, we
Blue
got
core flooding. Blue core is heavily damaged.
it. Night shift. Well, that's not going to quite put us in the lead, but we're in overtime, and we do got one headshot, and you can just see the red orb heading over on its way to the enemy
Attack the
prime.
enemy core.
And
Blue
I believe I
core
just
is
picked up the
vulnerable.
nuke.
Blue
Yes,
core
we did.
is critical.
I got the orb.
Probably won't live long enough to use it. I'm thinking I'd like to use it on the core right now. I'm going to try to get over on the
Defend
side of that cliff and
Floodgate
shoot it
node.
off from there.
Blue
But now it
core
looks
is
to me like
critical.
the prime's going to go down before I can get it there.
Blue core is
Yeah,
secure.
it is down right now. So I'm going to rush in here and look for a position to use the nuke on the enemy prime if they build it. The blue orb is right over there on the ground. I could go suicide on that, but instead I'm going to get back. I'm thinking, well, I'll shoot it from back
Attack
here.
the enemy
But no, it ain't going to
prime
happen.
node.
I'm catch a shot.
Attack the enemy prime node.
I have the
That's
orb.
the thing. I usually have to get into position and use that nuke like right away. Because otherwise, I'm not going to live long enough. I hate wasting it, but it's okay. Though. The main thing is you don't let the other guy, you don't let the other team get it. That's the main thing. Yeah, well, it's almost over now. Totally failed to take out that engine. Totally failed to take out the
Man the
Let me
night
park
shade.
this.
I have the orb.
Blue
Park
core
it right
is
there.
vulnerable.
Okay, it's down already, and I'm
Blue
not going to have
core
time.
destroyed.
That's cool. Yeah, okay. I'll do another one.